Hey guys, I'm Mihir Joshi and welcome to another episode of the Sneakerverse. So let's get straight into it. Let's talk about some of the interesting things that have been happening in the world of sneakers and pop culture. I got to kick it off with somebody who is considered the undisputed king of sneakers in NBA. I'm talking, of course, about PJ Tucker. Oh my god, this man. I can't even put it into words. He wore $25,000 shoes. I think it was for the practice session. It wasn't during the game, but he wore the Eminem Carhartt Jordan 4s on the court, and everybody lost their minds. This is pretty much along the lines of how the Young Bucks put thumbtacks on their Travis Jordan 4s, but still the Travis Jordan 4s are at like $4,000 and these are like $25,000 shoes, and he was balling in them. Shout out to the king PJ Tucker. Let's stick to the world of NBA and Giannis Antetokounmpo. And you know what I'm talking about, the Greek freak. His last name is a tongue twister for anybody, and I'm not gonna try to murder it, but if I had to, I think I'm gonna say Giannis Antetokounmpo. Somewhere close to saying it right. Anyhow, what I wanted to tell you guys is he's celebrating 50 years of Uno with a new Nike pack. They look so cool. Just look at how colorful these sneakers are. They look absolutely brilliant, and the Greek freak is repping them right now. It is super cool. Would you pick up one of these colors? Let us know in the comments below. Time now to talk about some of the new drops that are happening for the Jordan brand. They've just put it out right now, and instead of me talking about it, check them out. And also let us know in the comments below of all the sneakers that you're seeing right now from Jordan brand, which is the one sneaker in the month of November that you must have, like a must cop sneaker for you from all of these sneakers that you see. Let us know in the comments below. And while we're talking about Jordans, let's not forget the Yeezy November catalog. And why don't you check out what they've got? And again, in the comments below, is there one of these Yeezys that you must have? Like, not that you will get it, but if you had to have it, which of all of these would you want to have as a part of your collection? Let us know. And finally, I want to talk about the new Off-White Air Force One mids that have been announced. I'm going to let you see them right now. Check this out on the screen. What do you think about them? What do you think about Off-White sneakers in general? Is it all hype, or do you actually love them? Like, do you love them because you love the sneakers and you want to have them? Or is it just, oh man, it's an Off-White thing, it's super hype, I must have it as a part of my collection? Which of the two is it? Are you more like a hype beast and you want to have it because it's a part of pop culture right now, or is it that you genuinely love Off-White sneakers? Let me tell you what I feel. I am kinda 50-50 in both spaces. In fact, I would not spend crazy amounts of money to buy an Off-White sneaker. If I could get a specific Off-White sneaker that I want at retail, of all the sneakers that I've seen so far, there are probably 3 or 4 sneakers that I would actually buy if I had the chance to buy them at retail and have it as a part of my collection. Buying them at resale, pretty much nothing. What do you think about the 50 dunks that came out? Do you really think 50 were required? Like, they pretty much 1 to 49 pretty much look the same, with just few changes in the upper, the materials in the upper and some of the colors. What do you think about the Off-White sneakers? The reason I ask you so many questions is because we want to have a dialogue with all of you. So get busy in the comments below and let us know what you think about Off-White sneakers. Alright, time now for our Sneakerhead of the Week. And it's time now for our Sneakerhead of the week. I have somebody who's kind of been like one of the people whom I can think of as a personal mentors for me in the sneaker space. Because when I got started off, he was one of the first few guests that I got on my talk show, which is called the MJ Show. We spoke a lot about things, and we kind of developed a friendship where I knew I could hit him up, on WhatsApp and just get his opinion on some of the sneakers that I want to get, some of the interesting things that are happening in the sneaker world. And he's not just been that for me, but for a whole bunch of people, because if you follow him on Instagram, there's so much you can learn just by looking at his Instagram feed, because he's not just into Yeezys and Nikes, but he's into all sorts of interesting sneakers. He's got New Balances, he's got Asics, and a whole lot more. So we're going to talk about everything that this man collects. And let's welcome on the Sneakerverse, the absolutely fabulous Aditya Bhalla. Aditya, welcome to the show once again.
Oh, what's up? Thank you for having me.
Hey, I'm glad we can do this, and I'm glad we can do this in your house with your humongous collection behind you, which is super duper cool. Yeah, I thought before we even start talking, एक थोड़ा सा ऐसा just camera थोड़ा घुमा दो, just show people what. Oh man, all the way to the top of the ceiling, sneaker boxes. As you can see, there's Nike, there's New Balance, there's Adidas, of course.
I have a wardrobe which is just full of AJ ones. You want to see that?
Yes, 100%. Please take your phone. Let's see. Oh man, okay, so we're getting a sneaker tour as well right now of his closet. Oh my God, that's
AJ ones. And I have Absorbia. Guys, this is a must. It's very good for humidity, especially for Mumbai people. This is a must. I mean, okay. I'm not in Mumbai, but you guys. Yeah.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. See, like I said, there's always something new to learn when I talk to Aditya. I'm going to find out where I can get Absorbia. I'm sure it's on Amazon. I'm going to get that for my collection.
The thing goes down to the bottom. That's the F&F boxes from the brands that sent me, Adidas, Puma. There's even a Nike one. So, yeah. That's my little collection.
That is fantastic, man. I love it. I love the fact, like I said in your introduction, I love the fact that, you're not just brand specific. Like, you're not just a Jordan 1 collector, or you're not just a Yeezy collector. I see, when I look at your feed, I see you collecting all sorts of really cool sneakers. And I love the fact that, you go after what you love rather than just the hype stuff. So before we get into specific sneakers, let's tell everybody a little bit about your sneaker journey. When did it begin, and what for you was like the first sneaker that you wanted to get into your collection, which made you think like, okay, now I found something I really love and I can go from here?
Long back when I was in Melbourne, I used to skate. I used to do a lot of stuff, just sports related. So it's a long time. I've just been collecting for the last 6 years or something, 5 to 6 years, because now I make my own money, so I can buy anything I like. Yeah, the one shoe that I think most of the people that follow me, they know that it's the Up Tempo, and the black and white OG colorway. Came back like really long back, and I still remember in Melbourne I got it. There's a place called Rebel Sport. And they used to have all sneakers and just sports related stuff. But I still remember that shoe. And then I just got it last year, recently, from the Nike sneakers India.
It was good, and I know that they dropped that, and in fact they dropped a couple of other versions of the Uptempo as well. The one which had the what do you call it, the paper wrapped around it, which you have to open up the paper and you could see
the Uptempo has a lot of colorways as well. They have the lab spring as well. And yeah, the Uptempo has its own following.
Uptempo has its own following. Wasn't the Uptempo primarily made for Scottie Pippen? I mean, that was like his sort of a signature shoe.
That's his signature shoe. Yes.
That was his signature shoe. And then, of course, I was just watching a video a few days ago where I think he was also offered the foam posits, and he chose not to go with it because he thought it wasn't a very cool looking sneaker. And, of course, it did blow up at one point of time. And then, of course, the love for it has kind of gone down. But did you see that there is a new foam posit? There's a white and a black CDG, the foam posit that's coming out. What do you think about that? You like it?
It's super expensive, but
some $500, right?
Yeah. 520, yes.
$520. Oh my God. Would you guys buy a $520 sneaker at
Yes.
retail? You would. Of course. So that's one of the new sneakers that's coming out. So Uptempo started off your journey, but of course, people who follow you also know of the kind of collaborations that you do. People obviously see a lot of work that you've done with Adidas. And by the way, let's clear that up. What is your chosen pronunciation for that word? Is it Adidas or is it Adidas?
Adidas.
Adidas. Okay, so there you go. Enough sort of conversations happening online about the right way to pronounce that word, but we'll go with
Everyone has their own dialect. Honestly,
Yeah.
everyone has their own dialect. So it's okay.
It's okay either way.
As long as you understand what it is.
Exactly. So talk about your relationship with the brand, because you've collaborated with them on some fantastic sneakers. Some of the recent drops that have happened. There's been some great stuff that you've been able to work with them on. Tell me about your experience working with a brand like that.
Basically, I don't like technically work for them or anything. Like they
As an
have
influence,
given
yeah.
me. I mean, a lot of people know I do sometimes work with them. Like it's not.
Right.
I'm not hiding anything, and neither do they hide anything. But the freedom that they give me, I have not received from any brand.
Lovely.
They let me enjoy my work or my shoots or me, and I say I like this shoe, and then can we do a shoot for it? Yeah, they're okay with it sometimes. And like shoots for Yeezys and all is impossible for most of the people.
Right.
Like they're not allowed to promote and all that, but I do it on my own way as well. And sometimes the brands, they do come up. So like I work with Puma,
Wonderful.
Adidas, I work with now, and yeah.
Speaking about the brand, talk about this huge store. I mean, I saw it on your story. You did like a walkthrough of the Adidas store in Delhi. By the way, if you guys are going to Delhi, that's 100% something I would recommend you guys check out. Aditya, why don't you tell us a little bit about the place, man? It looks phenomenal.
So CP has a huge Adidas store now. CP is Connaught Place, New Delhi, and it's basically a store for everyone. Be it a football fan, be it a runner, be it an Originals kid, be it for anything women related. Like there's tons of stuff, and every floor has a different vibe. It has sustainable stuff, and then running stuff, and then there's a special floor just for football.
Nice.
I know we're football fans, so I relate to that. You walk up and then Ronaldo's staring at you. It's kind of not okay, but okay. And they have you can test out the boots. It's a really nice atmosphere in the store, and the staff. I'll tell you something really that I think no one knows. The staff is trained at the highest level, sneaker related. This I know for a fact. I just can't tell anything, but it was I had an interaction with a lot of them, and they are super good at sneaker knowledge, sneaker terms, everything, and they all 25 of them have been trained perfectly.
That's amazing. So
this is a secret, Basim, but I don't care. I'll say it.
Now you guys know. So if you want to know more about the sneakers, if you really want to get into the Adidas world, you should definitely go and check it out. On my part, I actually went and saw the new store, the Adidas. I think it's the Adidas original store in Mumbai on Linking Road. Yeah, it's a beautiful store. It's cool as well. It's very cool. It's not as big as the Delhi one, but it's a beautiful store. And if you're in Mumbai, you should check that out. So you can't afford. Bhai, ghar ka bhi to wahi problem hai na. I just saw your ceiling right now. No, I was just looking at your ceiling right now. Your ceiling is almost twice the size of the ceiling that we'd get in houses in Mumbai. Bhai, kahan tak tumhare joote hain? Utne nahi unche hamare joote pahunchenge, but very cool. So yeah, great stores in Mumbai and in Delhi. And listen, 100%. People who've been asking about it for other cities, it is bound to happen. Our country is now opening up to the sneaker revolution, in a manner of speaking. People are buying sneakers. We're here. Exactly. Finally here. And I'm sure brands like Nike, Adidas, Puma, I hope New Balance also sort of opens up in a bigger way all across the country.
Soon, New Balance this month or next month is here. You heard it from me.
Brilliant. So, in fact, that's another thing. If they're opening up a store in Delhi, when I reach Delhi, that's another place.
They have a store in Sake. but they don't have like cooler classical stuff. It's more running oriented.
Right.
But from what I'm seeing, it's gonna come up properly.
Lovely. So speaking of New Balance, we spoke about this earlier. There's a specific New Balance sneaker that you're super excited about. Tell everyone about it. So I'd ask Aditya, if there's one sneaker this year that you really, really want to cop before the year ends, what would that be? Aditya, what do you think?
That's the Joshua with his New Balance 5740. It drops tomorrow on his website. I don't know when this video will air. That's the 6th November. And I'll be trying my best for that. I'm wearing the lab here as well. This is the 100s Joshua with his collab. His art I've been following for a long time, and he does a lot of black and whites and stencil work and just freehand stuff.
Like I said at the very start, it's not just about Nikes and Yeezys or Adidas sneakers, but also about New Balance and Asics. Now, one of my favorite sneakers that dropped this year was the Asics Otoro, which I thought was fantastic. I think even before I picked that one up, I spoke with you about it because I remember you had put up some pictures. You've done like a photo shoot, I think.
I did a little work with FTC.
FTC Delhi. Yeah.
And my idea, I had it straight away. I knew what to do with it because the whole theme of that shoe was just blending perfectly with that.
Yeah.
And I do have if you guys are watching, please check out on my page. I've done a photo for that. I really love that photo.
I love that. I can say this without genuinely being biased or just because Aditya is my friend. That photo and everything that went around that sneaker when the sneaker dropped, the artwork. I'm a sucker for anything great done in a Japanese style. I love the Japanese culture. I love Japanese food. And I saw his photo and I was like, man, okay, if Aditya has got it, it's definitely a shoe I want to check out. I spoke with him, I got it, and it's without a doubt one of my most comfortable shoes. Like you could wear it all day long and it feels like you got like little.
And that's a beautiful salmon color.
Okay, at the start of our episode today, we showed everybody, you guys saw it at the very start of the episode, about the drops that are happening in November for the Jordan collection and for the Yeezy collection. So I'm sure you've seen it online, you've seen it on various Instagram handles. Is there a Jordan in the month of November that you're super excited about of all the Jordans that have come out so far? I mean, that have been announced so far for the month of November?
I don't know if the Ema Manier is November or December.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a November sneaker.
That's a top priority shoe.
That's an amazing shoe. I also like the Bordeaux, which is very similar, I feel, to the Kodak JP sneakers.
November and December has the best AJ1 drops of the whole year. The Bubblegum, the Bordeaux, Ema Maniers, and I even like the Gore-Tex that just dropped recently.
That was one of your recent pickups from sneakers as well, right? And in the Yeezy collection that's coming out, is there anything that you're super excited about, looking forward to? I mean, I knew you were excited about the Vermilion foam runners, and you're finally adding them to your collection, right? You're getting it, in the next few days?
Yeah, next max 4-5 days.
And that is definitely like, so I knew that I wanted to get one pair of foam runners at least, and I wanted to get one pair of slides, because apart from finding out what the hype is all about, I wanted to genuinely see if they are as comfortable as everybody says. And you know what? Thanks to you telling me about them, I landed up picking up the glow green slides. I got them online, and I was able to get a great deal on them. And I have to tell you guys, man, the hype is real. They are so comfortable. I've been wearing them literally in the house, and they're just the most comfortable sneakers to wear. And I don't know if you can call them sneakers, they're slides, but yeah, they're super duper comfortable. So when they first came out, everybody was like, laughing and thinking like, what exactly is this? And now they are like the most coveted sneakers that everybody wants. Like literally everybody is dying to get a pair of foam runners. Do you think that is going to happen with the knit runner? Your thoughts on the yellow knit runner that came up?
That's not my thing. That's not for me. But it will. Eventually, because newer models, they are kind of hit and misses, but the new slides and these totally wacky looking things, they're always ahead of the time. Like Yeezy collection is ahead of its time. in
Man,
most of the ways.
I'm with you on that, but despite me being a fan of yellow, I can't see myself ever wearing the knit runners. But go ahead, continue. You were saying Yeezys are ahead of time.
It's on video now, and like this will be on an episode. And then once you're back on knit runners, I'm gonna get this clip back. It's gonna be a story, and then I'm gonna produce the knit runner and be like, here it is, and here's Mr. Mihir Joshi with the knit runner. That's what I'm gonna do with that.
Let's see what happens. By the way, this guy is like a soothsayer, or like वो भविष्यवाणी करते हैं ना. He told me we spoke about 6 or 8 months ago on the MJ show, and at that point of time, I had maybe 3 or 4 sneakers in my collection. I was just starting.
How many do you have now?
If I was in America, I would say I plead the fifth. You've seen enough TV shows to know what that means. I don't want to incriminate myself by saying a number right now, but it's definitely past 25 right now. So yeah, it's he told me back then that you're not going to stop at 3 or 4. You're going to end up buying a lot more, and it turned out to be true. Okay. Before we wrap up for the day, before we head out, I know you are excited. We spoke about this the last time as well. You run this sort of, is it right to say, an organization, a group? It's your thing, SneakerGully, and you've got you got your next event coming up sometime soon. Tell everybody a little bit about this, because I know people are excited about SneakerGully.
Event for March 2022. And hopefully it's going to be a different experience from the normal events everyone's been facing, because that was my plan. I wanted to do Mumbai, but I thought, let me just change the vibe and the whole, just completely flip it 180 and give everyone a different experience, and everything's just now buy, sell, trade. And that's a good event. I've done 3-4 of these events. But I feel now people, they want to just chat and enjoy and win stuff and see things and have an experience. Buying, selling, and trading, that can be done on the phone, right? I'm sure you've been dealing it. I've been dealing with this.
Correct.
So I've come up with a little plan. I can't give more details, but I'm trying to get on board bigger brands and a bigger space, and we're gonna just have fun. I want people to enjoy it. Not just come there to buy or sell or just see people and say hi, take photos, but just like to go back home and be like, yeah, that was something.
I'm looking forward to it, and 100% I'm going to be at SneakerGully too, which is going to happen, like he said, in Feb or March 2022. It's going to happen in Delhi. Follow him on Instagram. SneakerGully has an Instagram handle of their own.
Yes.
Both of them will be up on the screen right now, and also in the description below. Click on the links, follow both of them. You want to know when that is happening, and if you are a sneakerhead, new or old, you have to be there. And you know what? Zero discrimination. I love this about Aditya, and I love this about the sneaker scene right now. Most people are very inclusive. They recognize that there are a lot of new sneakerheads being born every day, and everybody needs to be a part of this huge community that is being built in our country. It's a great hobby. It's a great passion to be involved in, and we'd love to see everybody involved. Come to SneakerGully, and while you're thinking about doing things to do in the sneaker space, subscribe to the Sneakerverse, like this video, comment, hit that bell icon, do all of the good things that you should do, because that would help us out a lot, and we'll be bringing a lot more fantastic guests on the show like Aditya. Aditya, for all the fans that you have, people who follow you, please tell them, like I just did, to follow the Sneakerverse and
follow Sneakerverse on Instagram, YouTube, everywhere, wherever you see them, and follow me here as well. Follow my page as well, and we'll keep you up to date on everything and anything. And this is a new show. I don't think we have a show like this here in India, especially, and I see a big future for this as well.
Thank you, man.
Wish you the best for this, and I had fun, man, the second time.
Thank you, man.
Hopefully we'll be doing more of these, and hopefully one which will be live. We'll be sitting right next to each other, and yeah.
Exactly.
I'll
you know what?
Buy more shoots.
Hey Aditya, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Looking forward to seeing you in Delhi very, very soon. But now it's time for our sneaker check, and you can be a part of this segment of the show as well. All you need to do when you put up cool sneaker related photos or reels or videos on Instagram, you just use the hashtags, the Sneakerverse, and tag Mihir Joshi Music and Hype Rhino. Even if you don't tag us, that's cool. Just use the hashtag the Sneakerverse. But if you do tag us, We'll share your content on Instagram as well. But the best photos or reels that we find, we'll bring them up here on the episode, and we'll feature the 5 best that we picked for this week right here on the Sneakerverse. So for episode 3, here are our 5 picks. And this week in Time Machine, I have a very special silhouette. I told you in our first episode itself that over the first few episodes I'm going to get into some of the important Jordan sneakers that exist in the Jordan universe. So we've already spoken about Jordan 1, we've spoken about Jordan 4, and today it is time for the Jordan 11. And the Jordan 11 sneaker that I'm going to be showing you today is a very special sneaker. This is something that I was super excited about the moment I saw it, and crazily enough, it's not a hyped Jordan 11 sneaker, so it is still sitting on Supercakes and Veg Non-Veg. So if you want to have this part of Jordan history, you can definitely pick it up. First up, this is an OG Jordan sneaker, which means this is one of the 4 Jordan colorways, Jordan 11 colorways that came out in 1996 when the sneaker first made its sort of debut. And you also have multiple games in which Jordan actually wore this sneaker. And after 25 years, after 1996, to celebrate 25 years of the sneaker, this has come out in exactly true to original form. Of course, there are a few changes in terms of the shape and everything, but otherwise, in terms of the color, in terms of the look, this is as close as it gets to the 1996 Jordan low. So in fact, back then, you had 2 sneakers, which were the Jordan Jordan 11 high tops, or technically if you look at the height, they're like mids, but yeah, those the 2 that they had were, I think, the Concord and the Bread. You can see the pictures up here on the screen. And there were 2 sneakers which is just called the Jordan 11 lows back then, but now they're also called the Jordan 11 low IE, and this is the Jordan 11 low IE Bread. And man, the moment it came out, I was like, man, I have to have this sneaker as a part of my collection. Now let me be upfront with you guys. In general, I personally am not a big fan of patent leather, and I feel I have the coolest patent leather shoe in my collection, which is the Jordan 1 metallic gold sneaker. So when I thought about the Jordan 11s, I knew that I wanted a Jordan 11, not just because of the history, but also because it's a cool looking sneaker. But I wanted it to be comfortable, because I got a Jordan 11 low, I got the Concord Bread in my size in UK 9, but because it's a narrow shoe and I have a broad foot, it was very tight for me. So I was lucky enough I was able to exchange it with a friend of mine, and I got a Jordan 3, which I'm going to be talking about in my subsequent episode. But I felt really bad that the one Jordan 11 that I had in my collection, I had to let it go. But when this was announced, this was the perfect sneaker for me, because firstly, no patent leather, as you can see, right? There's no patent leather here, which you would normally expect in a Jordan 11. The leather quality is different and it is fantastic. It's got this ribbed leather around here, as you can see, and it's got a mesh over here, so it's a lot more airy. And the leather here is also good quality leather and soft. So even if you have a broad foot, you can wear it, it expands, it gets really comfortable. It's got good lacing, so you know, if for instance my right foot is broader than my left, I can loosen up the right foot lacing and it expands a little bit more, and I can wear these comfortably all day long, and I've actually worn them all day long. I always give you like a homework video. I give you a link to another channel to check out a little bit more about a particular sneaker that I'm going to be talking about, because there are enough people who are doing a phenomenal job of explaining to you the the technical details of the shoe as well. So there's somebody who gets into technical details really well. It is my man Nightwing from Wear Testers. So I'm going to give you a link to the Air Jordan 11 IE BRED that the review video that he did, he goes like right into it. He explains everything about it, about the carbon fiber shank that's over here, the outsole which is there, what are the materials, and if you want to get into that much detail, you can find out about that from his video. And if you want to just know a little bit we just want to know a little bit more about the history of the Jordan 11, I'm going to give a shout out once again to Nacho Average Finds. They've done a video on the Air Jordan 11, again down here in the description below. Check it out, show them some love, and while you're at it, subscribe to the Sneakerverse, to the Hype Rhino channel. Hit that bell icon so that the moment we put up a video, you guys get to know about it. And there's a lot of cool stuff that is going to happen here on the Sneakerverse, and you don't want to miss any of it. So make sure you subscribe, hit the bell icon, like the video, and please leave us a comment. You leave us a comment, we will respond to you. We want to know what you think. We want to have conversations with you. We want to have discussions with you in the comment section down below. So get involved, guys. Get involved, not just here but also on Instagram. That's pretty much it for Time Machine. And for this week, once again, firstly I want to remind you the Poland's contest is still on, and hopefully by the end of this month, you know what, listen, I'm going to make it easier. I'm not going to wait until 1,000 subscribers. End of this month, we declare the winners for the Poland's contest. And for this week, once again, just to make sure we get you guys talking with us here in the comments, you get another chance to win a Hype Rhino gift hamper. I want to wish all of you, I hope you guys had a very safe and happy Diwali, but I want to wish you guys a fantastic month of November, and you can celebrate that with a special Hype Rhino gift hamper. And all you need to do is comment down below. We'll pick a comment that we love, something that seems engaging and interesting, and we'll send him or her a Hype Rhino gift hamper. But for today, that's pretty much all the time I have. My name is Mihir Joshi, and on behalf of all of my friends at Hype Rhino, I want to say have a fantastic month ahead, and I will see you next week on the Sneakerverse.